while you were watching gas prices blink on your phone, before Wall Street finished its morning coffee, before your index fund recalculated risk, a quiet promise was made. Inside boardrooms, not parliaments. Donald Trump pitched a resurrection, not of a country, of a supply chain. Chevron answered first, 240,000 barrels per day. Effective immediately. Not a slogan, a switch. Beneath the Orinoco Belt sit 303 billion barrels of proven heavy crude, too thick to move without specialized refineries, too valuable to leave underground. Only a fraction of U.S. plants can crack it. Valero, Marathon Petroleum, ExxonMobil, the Coker Kings, the rest will watch from the sidelines. Behind the language of recovery sits a different ledger. $53 billion just to keep production flat, up to $183 billion to chase a mirage of 3 million barrels a day. Pipelines corroded, refineries running below 20% capacity, storage tanks rusting into silence. This is not revival. This is selection. Winners are being chosen, losers are being priced out, and the meter is already running. And nobody is talking about what it actually means. This is not an energy plan. It is an operating system. Same machine, same sequence. Stage 1. Isolation. Sanctions choke shipping insurance. Payment rails seize. Pipelines corrode into disuse. In under a decade, Venezuela's production collapses from 3.5 million barrels per day to barely 1 million. Not because the oil vanished, because the arteries did. Stage 2. Demonization. Headlines shift tone. Nationalization. Authoritarian. Uninvestable. The language prepares the market. Fear becomes a valuation tool. Stage 3. Intervention. Not bombs. Licenses. Waivers. Executive carve-outs. Chevron receives the green light. Marathon and Valero queue tankers. Trading desks reopen books. Stage 4. Extraction. Not for Venezuela. For coker refineries in Texas and Louisiana. For trading houses in Geneva. Only half of U.S. refineries can process Orinoco crude. Everyone else is priced out. This is not competition. This is controlled access. Stage 4 complete. Pattern verified. The blueprint was written in sand and fire. In 2007, Hugo Chavez issued a decree. ExxonMobil and ConocoPhillips were nationalized. Their assets transferred to PDVSA. Within months, arbitration courts lit up, capital fled, maintenance stopped, Stage 1 complete. By 2010, pipelines corroded, storage tanks failed, refinery uptime collapsed, Stage 2 complete. Then came the long suffocation. For more than a decade, shipping insurers refused coverage. Spare parts could not be paid for. Entire pipeline segments aged 50 years without replacement. 2,139 miles of pipeline, left to rust. Storage terminals at Bajo Grande and Puerto Miranda fell offline. Amway and Cardon refineries slipped below 20% capacity, becoming de facto storage yards. Stage 3 by decay. Then the contracts returned. Chevron re-enters. Valero and Marathon expand coking spreads. Heavy crude flows again. Stage 4 complete. Pattern verified. You are not watching a recovery. You are watching controlled resurrection. Everything on television right now is theater. The real movement is spreadsheets. In Washington, license waivers are being redrafted. Insurance corridors reopened. Shipping slots quietly reassigned. Chevron is already executing. 240,000 barrels per day. Back online. Marathon Petroleum aligns Gulf Coast coker capacity. Valero reprices its heavy crude spreads. ExxonMobil recalculates refinery margins that only Miri crude can unlock. This is not future tense. This is live. Behind the curtain. Rystad Energy's numbers circulate through Treasury briefings. $53 billion just to hold production flat. Up to $183 billion to chase 3 million barrels a day. Those numbers are not warnings. They are barriers. Only firms with deep balance sheets survive them. Only refiners with coking towers profit from them. Everyone else is priced out before the first valve turns. Watch the filings. Watch the freight contracts. Watch the refinery utilization curves. Because once those curves bend, ownership has already moved. You are not watching a recovery. You are watching asset reassignment. Now it reaches your pocket. Not emotionally. Mathematically. When Venezuelan heavy crude floods Gulf Coast docks, coking spreads compress, margins thin. Your pump price drops by a few cents. Your portfolio loses more than that. Energy ETFs rebalance. Pension funds rotate out of upstream exposure. Midstream tolling contracts are repriced. Meanwhile, Chevron books below market barrels. Valero locks long-term refining spreads. Marathon hedges volatility you cannot. Your benefit is temporary. Their advantage is permanent. Then the subsidy phase begins. Public funds are pushed into pipeline rehabilitation. Storage tanks are rebuilt. Ports are ice-rated for larger carriers. Your taxes fund the reactivation. Your inflation absorbs the spillover. This is not cheaper energy. This is future yield being transferred out of your account. You are not paying at the pump. You are paying with your balance sheet. The machine does not reset. It upgrades. It does not apologize. It does not explain. It moves in sequence. Strangle. Reprice. Extract. New corridors are already being modeled. New licenses are already being drafted. New recovery plans are already being templated. The same refiners, the same banks, the same contracts, different country, same ending. The pattern does not care if you believe in it. It does not need your permission. It just unfolds. Subscribe. So you are not the prey in the next stage.